Every UX professional knows this moment. Someone asks you a question, and your answer is, it depends. Are we avoiding the question? Maybe. But trust me, there's a reason why we say it a lot. Seriously, how many times have you said it today? In this video, we'll explore why it depends isn't just a vague answer, but actually a reflection on the complex realities of UX design. It's not about dodging questions, it's about understanding the factors that influence the decisions that we make. So what does it depends really depend on? Well, let's dive in. The more we know about the problem space, the better we can craft a solid, informed plan. But when you're venturing in unknown territory, you're basically navigating without a compass. And nobody wants to be the designer that's flying blind. It's like driving in a heavy fog. You can't see that far ahead, and every turn feels like a gamble. If you don't understand the users, their needs, and their goals, each decision is like navigating without knowing what's around the next corner. But when you know the road, or in this case the users, you can chart a clearer path and probably even skip a few steps because you know which turns to avoid. Deadlines can be the death knell of a brilliant UX idea. Now don't get me wrong, deadlines are necessary because they keep things moving. But unreasonable deadlines? That's a whole different beast, and probably a whole different video. When timelines are tight, it feels like UX is in a pressure cooker. So we start asking ourselves, what can we afford to cut? Spoiler alert, rushing rarely leads to good outcomes. When the clock's ticking, we have to make trade-offs. And that may mean cutting steps that would otherwise lead to a stronger design. Risk tolerance plays a crucial role in shaping how in-depth your UX process needs to be. Organizations that are more risk-averse usually favor a more thorough UX process to avoid potential pitfalls. On the flip side, startups may take more of a launch now, fix later type approach. And that can work if your users are on board with it. Just as an example, at a previous company, we had a debate between product and UX about whether to push out a feature quickly or take the time to really refine it further. I laid it out like this. Our users are cybersecurity professionals. These aren't the folks who take risk lightly. For them, failure could mean compromised systems or networks. Generally, they didn't want quick solutions. They wanted robust, reliable solutions. Trust is everything in UX. Once you break a user's trust, winning it back can be a monumental task, which is why taking calculated risks is crucial. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a gamer, and I've seen this play out in video games so many times because people come to expect a certain experience from a franchise. If you suddenly flip the formula without a good reason, you risk losing that trust. The same principle applies in software development. If you release features that nobody asked for, break something that was already working, or tamper with things that users already love, you once again risk alienating your users. If you're unsure about what you want from the UX process, well then don't be surprised when your results are garbage. Entering the process with clear intentions is crucial. You can't just go through the process because that's what we do. You only get out what you put in, so let's aim for something worthwhile. I often share this perspective on behavioral analytics. I tell people don't come to me asking what questions the data can answer. Instead, I'll tell them to come with a list of questions, and we'll look at what questions the data can answer, and then figure out where we need to dig deeper elsewhere. So what exactly influences our decisions in UX? Well, let's explore why it depends. While frameworks provide valuable guidance, they shouldn't be treated as strict rules.
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
Efficiency is crucial in UX design. It's about finding the right balance. You don't want to waste time on unnecessary steps, but skip too many, and it may come back to haunt you later. Think of it this way. Every step in the UX process has a purpose. Skipping essential phases can lead to misunderstandings about user needs or missed opportunities for innovation. The goal is to be efficient without cutting corners. Show me a UX professional who insists on completing every detail of the UX process, and I'll show you a UX professional who struggles to complete things on time. While thoroughness can be a strength, it can also become a pitfall. I once encountered a persona creation effort that went on for over 1.5 years. Sure, the insights were impressive, but by the time they were ready, how relevant were they? The key is balance. Knowing when to dive deeper into details and when to accept, that's good enough for now. It's about making informed decisions that still allow us to move forward while delivering valuable insights. Now that we've explored the factors influencing our UX processes, let's dive deeper into how we determine what that process should look like. This is where experience comes into play. If you've run the UX process a few times, you know when to skip or add steps. Each project offers a new opportunity for learning, so don't shy away from unfamiliar processes. At least do a process once to help inform your future decision making. With countless UX frameworks available like Double Diamond or Design Thinking, you have solid guides at your disposal. But remember, processes aren't one size fits all. They should and need to evolve. What you choose to implement depends on the specific problem that you're trying to tackle. Before diving into any piece of the UX process, ask yourself, what am I going to do with this information? How is it going to impact my decisions? If it's not going to impact your decisions, then why bother? UX shouldn't be an exercise in collecting data for its own sake. On my past teams, I've emphasized that the worst thing we can do is conduct research and have it sitting on a shelf collecting dust. It needs to inform action. Here's the kicker. There is no single UX process. What we call the UX process is often just a blend of frameworks, tactics, and personal preferences. We pull from what we need and skip what we don't. So when someone asks, what's your UX process? Just know that we're all pulling from different playbooks, but ultimately trying to achieve the same goal. With that understanding, let's explore the core question. Why do we say it depends? Because UX isn't one size fits all. Every project, every problem, and every user is different. To provide the best solutions, we must tailor our process each time. That's the beauty and the challenge of UX. I would love to hear from you. Share in the comments why you say it depends. Hopefully after this video, you can now confidently navigate questions about the UX process. And remember, often the best answer is, it depends. If you got value out of this, go ahead and hit the like button. Well, it depends. Did you like it? Also, don't forget to subscribe to get more UX solutions without the fluff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.